gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Fortunately, GM Dog got threw off the stage by Karen.
Right.
I ain't been thrown off the stage no more.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Big
Man,
Hold on. That's cool if you're interested in a good laugh.
Right.
If you're interested in a good laugh, that, there you have it.
It's this producer I had met in Atlanta, Georgia. He go by Andrew Boone.
And who did I work with? A lot of white people, right? And they think and I tell them all the time, I say, listen, I appreciate what y'all doing, but I'm gonna be real with you. Stop acting like y'all know what we're going through. That's disrespectful to us.
I'm telling you, bro.
and that happened recent. That happened recent.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like last week.
Like last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
What's up, everybody?
Yo.
Yeah, we're in the building for another episode. I think we're at episode 59.
Right.
July
And
19th.
climbing.
Yeah, 2031. And our subscriber viewers are growing too. We're up to over 200 now. I think like up to 220 something subs now.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
So people like
Appreciate
what
y'all
we
out
do.
there.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. So people really like what we got going on. So what's going on, fellas? What's been happening?
Man, chilling. Solo leveling is what I call it.
All right.
Yeah. Man, just sitting there, chilling. Actually, I was working on C-Flat's vocals, man. And, trying to get him right. So, rest in peace. I hope I get him right, man, with the vocals.
For sure. Done deal. Yep. So again, it's another week. Back in the building. Every week is always something that's been, the news cycle always dropping crazy stuff that we see in the news.
Man,
So I want to start some stuff off right quick with some stuff I kind of thought we might, be able, to look into and see what's kind of interesting. So let me pull this up right quick. Let me see. Here we go. All right, so this is about what I know you guys probably heard this or not, but this is about the young chick in Alabama that was so-called driving down the highway, and she's seen a baby on the highway, and this ended up disappearing. So they got some. So here's some new details in the story that we can come back on this. But check this out.
Bet.
Captured the nation's attention this afternoon. We're learning new details about the disappearance of Carlee Russell. Thanks so much for joining us. For Fox 5 News at 4, I'm Christine Spiro. Officers say last Thursday, Carlee Russell called 911 to report a toddler wandering on I-459, and that set off a massive search for the 25-year-old. According to police, Saturday night, Russell returned home. This afternoon, authorities revealed more about her disappearance, including playing the 911 call she made that day. Officers say days before her disappearance, though, Carlee took a robe and toilet paper from her job. She then stopped to grab food before getting on the interstate, and a short time later, she called 911. Take a look.
Data from Carlee's phone, including her Life 360 app, shows that she traveled approximately 600 yards in her vehicle while she was on the phone with 911, stating that she was following a child. 600 yards. That is 6 football fields straight. 600 yards. Detectives continue analyzing data from Carlee's cell phone that was left behind at the scene. We enlisted the help of the United States Secret Service in conducting this analysis. Part of what data includes several internet searches in the days leading up to their disappearance that I think are very relevant to this case. On July 11th at 7:30 a.m., the term "you have to pay for an Amber Alert" was searched. On July 13th at 1:03 a.m., the day of her disappearance, the term "how to take money from a register without being caught" was searched. On July 13th at 2:13 a.m., The day of her disappearance, the term Birmingham bus station was searched. On July 13th, 2:35 a.m., a search for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville was conducted with a departure date of July 13th. On July 13th at 12:10 p.m., a search for the movie Taken, a film about abduction, was conducted. There were 2 searches related to Amber Alerts on a computer at Cardi's place of employment, including one regarding the maximum age of an Amber Alert.
Okay. So, okay. So now the story's been put out there that, this girl was trying to help a baby that she's seen on the highway, and she ended up disappearing, and then she mysteriously appeared again. All right. So now some people are kind of like thinking it's a hoax and stuff like that. So when I'm seeing this, I'm thinking, what the hell is going on? So what do y'all think?
First of all, I'm gonna tell you, bro, it's scary that the government can say for any reason, I know this is a real reason, but for any reason, they can go to your phone, go to your Google account, and look up the last things that you looked up.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this girl was looking up how to take money from a register. Why? Then you saw toilet paper and a robe. Why? Then you bring that shit up here. Why? You got a one-way ticket to Nashville out of all places by there. Really? Really? That's what I said. Oh shit! Like, okay, next thing, then you go look up the movie Taken. Why? Okay. Why Taken? Like, and then after all of that, you looking up what's the maximum age for an Amber Alert. Now, why would you still be doing that? Even if you did find the child and you followed, first of all, why would you be following a child for 6 football fields?
Without just grabbing the kid off the top or something.
Without speaking to it, having it on the phone with you while you're on the phone with the police.
Right, exactly. Right.
You just keep, even if it was a scary movie, bro, you followed that child for 6 football fields. I don't know if you're the person trying to help the child or you're the person trying to hurt the child at this point. Because why would you let the child wander for 6 football fields and it was at night evidently or 1 something in the morning?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That child could be even a distraction to get you caught up.
Right.
You keep saying, come on, little child. That child could have been sent out by their parents for all we know.
True.
You see what I'm saying? And the way that black women are getting abducted, you can't be crying wolf like that if you reappear.
Right, because that could be bait to get somebody caught up, like they used to do in some of the wars. They'll put babies out there in the fields, and they be sitting on top of a mine.
Baby's the new candy. Think about it.
Yeah.
You don't want to go. You don't want to go over there to that truck where they selling that candy, right? So what would make a woman or a man jump out and try to do something? A child. A child will make you, hey, little child, what's wrong with you? You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden, they dad is making him walk down there and he in the bushes somewhere because he's some kind of creep or he's an abductor. You see what I'm saying? So you will be more sympathetic and think a child's harmless. But I ain't thinking a child harmless walking the street at 1 something in the morning. I ain't even getting out my car or whatever. I pull up on a child in the car. Hey, you all right? That's about it. I ain't getting out and opening my car door and talking to it. Next thing I'm knocked over the head. I'm tied up in a van somewhere. I'm good.
Right.
But how you feel about it, Mystery? What you think, bro?
Yeah, what you think about it?
Kind of going off of what you said about people in the war, different countries using their kids. God rest my Uncle Souls, man. He was in Vietnam. And that was a little boy. He told my grandmother this story. She was telling us the story. So this little kid was walking up and they was trying to help the kid. But they was like, wait a minute, look at his body. So the kid had a bomb strapped on him. So my uncle, you know, and his comrades, they was like, it was either their life or the kid's life.
Right.
So they had to take the kid's life, you know,
Yeah.
because he had a bomb strapped.
Yeah.
You know, and then and with the girl, you know, by me working in the hospital and stuff like that, man, when people leave drugs out, anybody can have access to those type of drugs. You know, somebody got caught at Vanderbilt for stealing drugs, you know, and that's like the first thing I was thinking, like, okay, did she take some type of drugs? Because the details I was getting, it didn't add up to me either. So that was the first thing that crossed my mind. Working in the hospital, stealing toilet paper and stuff like that. You know, like, come on, man, you on drugs for you to be saying, oh, I see a baby. And because the first thing I would probably, I wouldn't be chasing no kid at no night, man. No 6 football fields down the street. That's
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, until we get other details, man, because I know that they took her to the hospital and they checked her blood and everything. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the blood test to come back to see if she had any type of drugs, anything like that in the system.
Right.
And then you gotta think about it. She worked at, y'all just keep saying she worked at a hospital. She keep looking up child Amber Alerts. How old was the child?
They never really said that. They just said it was a
steal?
toddler.
Think about it. Did you steal the child out the hospital? You got a roll for what? To cover the child with? Toilet paper, what? To wipe his ass or help him use the, if you need to use the bathroom.
Right.
Then you jumped out. You see what I'm saying? You was already gone from your job.
Right.
Then you took a one-way. You went somewhere, and then you took a one-way bus ticket. Well, you didn't have your phone, or your phone was turned off, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Man,
some
I know
power
you-
play.
I
Huh?
know you said, why Nashville? People in Alabama, they look up to Nashville. You know, they do the series Love and Marriage in Huntsville. So we
Right.
actually got to meet them, sat down, talked with them and everything. And they was like, man, y'all from Nashville? I was like, yeah. They was like, dude, we go up there almost every weekend, man. We go shopping up there. But, you know,
See?
to us, it's Nashville, you know. But to
Right.
them, it's like New York. It's just like New York, man.
Man, why y'all don't bring that shit up here? I'm joking, fans. I'm joking, fans. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, check this out. This next clip is kind of crazy because this is about a guy who got attacked because of the tattoo that he was wearing. So check this out. And I think he ended up dying too. So check this out.
A month after he was punched in the head outside a Heartland bar.
Family tells Fox 6's Angelica Sanchez their loved one was a victim of a crime, and it was all because of his tattoos.
That's right. The family says that the victim was out on a date night with his wife near the area where I'm standing here when a man that he's never met before came up to them and started making comments about his tattoos. The man later threw a punch. The victim's family wants justice.
This was a tragic, horrific, senseless, heinous act that has now taken my brother's life.
Jamie Davies is speaking out hours after her older brother Josh Davies passed away.
The suffering and pain that my brother endured for the last 26 days was not his fault.
She says her brother was the victim of a crime and it was all over his tattoos.
This guy did not even know my brother.
Prosecutors have charged 64-year-old Kevin Seamer of Brookfield with aggravated battery, bodily harm. Prosecutors say on June 17th, Heartland police were flagged down by a group. The group told police the victim was punched by a stranger. The blow caused him to fall backward and hit his head on the cement. He suffered skull fractures and brain bleeds.
He's got sleeves and designs that he's designed himself, has had friends tattoo him. Absolutely nothing that is offensive to anyone.
Prosecutors say witnesses heard Seamer instantly make comments about the victim's tattoos inside the bar, saying he was going to hell and God would not save him.
All right, go ahead, fellas. What y'all think about that? I mean, you can't even wear your own tattoos that you know what I'm saying? You can't even wear.
You gotta think about it though, bro. They never told us what the tattoo was, bro. That's
They
what I was
did.
waiting to see the whole time. I mean, did he have a swastika? Did he have Black Lives Matter? What made this man snap? You see what I'm saying? Did he
Right.
have a Luciferian tattoo? Did he have a Jesus Christ tattoo? You never know what that man snapped for. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Not saying you're supposed to put your hands on anybody because you're
Right.
not.
Yeah.
But it's funny when I watch things in the media because they never tell us the whole story.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Did you have something on your body offensive and I'm not saying offensive to us, just offensive to anybody. Everybody got their own rights in America. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's like saying if I walk up in a bar and somebody got some Aryan Nation tattoos, you just know not to fool with him. You see what I'm saying? He's got as much right as you to be there. You see what I'm saying? But you know not to fool with him, and he knows not to fool with you because it clearly says on his body that he worship Nazis and shit.
I agree.
Now, think about it in reverse. Now, what about if you was a Crip, a Blood, a Folk? You know what I'm saying? Wild Hunnets, all that, right? Y'all get tattoos, right? With your block on your shit, right? Then you go to a damn bar. You're up in there. He don't like your tattoo because you represent your hood. Now y'all finna get into a fight as soon as you walk out the club.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's no different than what happens to us than what happens to white people. We don't know if he was repping his own hood on his arm or what he was doing. Repping the Beach Boys, who knows?
Right.
But evidently that man thought he was an op. Okay? He thought he was, you know what I'm saying? He thought he was the opposition for whatever reason. His tattoo, his beliefs, or whatever.
Right.
So when he left the bar, and this is a 64-year-old man too, he's already set in his ways.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's not like he was young and dumb. He just dumb.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? At 64 years old, you know not to be putting your hands on nobody, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And you punched him. That must have been a hell of a punch with that old man's strength to knock him down. By his picture, he looked like kind of tall and kind of young. Her brother did.
Yeah.
When he was with that dog in that picture.
Right.
So you telling me a 64-year-old man punched you? They didn't say he punched you repeatedly. He punched you one time.
Just one time, and that was it.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, man, you know, it happens different, but the same thing happens everywhere. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
What you got to say? What you got to say, Mr. Man?
Man, I first want to start off with just displaying the shirt that Dollar made.
Right. God pulled me through.
Exactly. God pulled me through. I'm pretty sure y'all familiar with C-Mac. He's a Crip in LA, and he has Hoover Killer on his forehead. You know,
Right.
I look at that man as somebody who wants attention, as far as like putting Nazi swastikas on them, or I hate black people, I hate white people. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody who's looking for attention. But just like you said, Curtis, that man has every right to do whatever he wants to do with his body. That doesn't give anybody the right to go up to say or to do anything to them. Like you said, it gives you the big old sign that says, okay, I'm not going that way because he's this type of person. He's got that right there. Let me go on and have my drink. You know,
Right.
But
That's that simple.
that man, yeah, that man, I hope he get life in prison because that was just wrong, man. You know, it really was. Now this young man died in front of his wife. It was just on a date night, you know, and this young man lost his life. That's not cool at all.
Yeah. Yeah. That was pretty
And
tragic.
please, gentlemen, I know y'all be on date night, but the bar is not the place to take your date.
On date night? Why not?
Yeah. There's plenty other places that you can go. Yo, check this out, man. I'm not. What? Oh, do tell.
Yeah,
Do tell.
Okay, let me tell you something. You don't have to take your wife out to an expensive restaurant to have a good time. They might have karaoke in that bar. They might have a rodeo thing in that bar. Let me tell you something. When I take my wife out, not all the times, but it can be simple as having a picnic in the room right now.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Look, I agree. No, I agree. Keep going.
I agree. But we also plan on going karaoke to one of these bars up here too. You know, just to have fun because that's what she likes to do.
Right.
You know, so it's not always about what I want to do. You know, it's a her and I thing. You know, one night we might go bowling or to a bar or something like that where it's a whole bunch of bloods, or, you know, I just can't interact with that, you know.
Right.
So that's why, hey, like I said, Dollar, I thank you for this shirt because it's a great reminder. Reminder.
Yeah.
You know? But going to a bar, if you saying that going to a bar is bad, then hey, you might not can control yourself.
Nah, I can, bro. First of all, I can control myself. Listen, bro. Hold on. You just told me I couldn't control myself, bro. First of all, I can control myself, but I think outside the box. There's many more things to do than take your date to a bar. It's restaurants, it's venues, it's movies, it's museums.
I said you might not can control.
But I wouldn't even say that, bro. That's just me. You can say what you want, but I wouldn't even tell you might not be able to control yourself, because I know you can control yourself. I've been around you, just like you've been around me. You know I can control myself. So what I'm saying to you is for you to take your dates or whatever to a bar. That's fine. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but if I'm gonna have an intimate setting, like you said, dude could have went to a picnic. You see what I'm saying? It's so many things that we don't do as people that you can incorporate into your dating atmosphere to give it a more dynamic, you know what I'm saying, aspect of it. We don't do that. We always go to the same places and do the same things.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna stop for a minute to say that's my biggest thing. And I love black people. I love us to death, but I wish we would branch out more. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We do have a culture, but we can make our culture so much better if everybody can expand. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, we'll go to the karaoke bar. Okay, cool. Go to the karaoke at the bar. But like with Nashville, it's not enough places that open that has karaoke that everybody is willing to spread out to. They always want to go to the hippest spot or where all the action is. Sometimes all that action leads to danger. Okay?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's like saying
That's your cue. That's your cue to get up and leave, though. If you sense that, that's your cue to get up and leave.
Correct. That's why God gave you discernment.
There are plenty of places downtown Nashville where people can go. They just don't want to go because you know why? There's a lot of cops. There's a lot of country bars and stuff going on, and that's what they think. But if they go down, like you said, if we go
have fun.
out, there's a lot of stuff down.
And it is. I go downtown, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna lie to you. Right now, Second is the best place Broadway is the best place in the world. I don't want to go to the Love's Lounge. I don't want to go. I mean, I'll go to them places, but that's not my first choice. I like going downtown on the rooftop bars amongst all the races, amongst all the people. But like you just said, there's cops down there, and you know, some of us don't like cops. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you need to understand, you're the only person that's making it segregated by little ignorant things like that. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want to go over there because the cops over there. Oh, so you don't want to go to a place that's probably going to be more safer than you going to Buchanan? Okay, cool. So let's see how that worked for you.
Yeah.
But y'all see what I'm saying, though.
Okay, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You know, it can pop off at anywhere, though, man.
Anywhere,
really,
true.
So, I mean, if you really want to look at it, you know, you're really not safe nowhere. That's why you got to use sound judgment, man, and make the right decision and say, okay, I sense this. Let me go. Let me
so you don't
let me go.
As I said, so you don't believe in odds. Now, I'm not saying you, but I'm talking about that person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It can happen. It can happen anywhere. Well, don't put yourself where it's more likely to happen.
Yeah.
Even if you know what I'm saying, even if it can happen anywhere. Bro, well, I don't want to be nowhere where I can potentially getting shot at 80% versus potentially getting shot at 20%.
Right.
I mean, that's just regular, you know what I mean? But like I said, to each his own, though, bro. You know what I mean? That's all I want to say. I just urge my black people to look outside the box, bro. You know, think outside the box.
For sure. All right. Good round. All right, check this out. This is Snoop Dogg. This is Snoop Dogg talking about who ruled rap in the 90s. Check this out.
I ran the rap game from 1992, 93, 94. 95, I say, Bad Boy came in. and Biggie then started swinging their direction. 96, we got it back because Tupac was with us, but Bad Boy was swinging right along with us. 97, Bad Boy Puffy had his solo rolling, and then they thing like slid off because some motherfucker called the Rough Riders game. And that DMX game, he had the game at the end of 97, 98, and 99. I'm telling you this because I know it. The whole game was his.
All right, fellas. What
Since
y'all
you the
think?
hip hop historian, let me go first.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if Snoop is talking about Death Row and Bad Boy, then that sounds a little accurate
Okay.
because you know, I wasn't like into a whole lot of the East Coast albums. I was into more like the singles, but with the West Coast, I was into their albums,
Right.
like Doggy Style, you know, The Chronic, and I think I probably fell off a little bit after that. But you know, like I said, according to Snoop, if he's talking about Death Row and Bad Boy, to me that sounds a little accurate.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of there because he said he was kind of, you know, doing his thing from 92, 93, and 94. And then he said Bad Boy comes in around by 95. But actually, Bad Boy actually was doing things. Biggie dropped his album in 94. So,
Right.
so you're right. He's kind of got the timeline correct. So you
A little bit.
a little bit. Okay, yeah. So go ahead, Kurt.
First of all, yeah, he was good until about, like you said, when Biggie album come out.
About 94.
Okay, so he was pretty cool around then. You see what I'm saying? And 95, he didn't run no 95. Stop that lie. That's lies. Snoop, let me tell you something. After Snoop's first album went out, Doggy Style didn't do all that, bro.
No, he
Let's keep
said
it out
in
there.
95 it was Bad Boy.
Yeah, but you have to understand, you already had people who was out here. Yeah, Bad Boy came out in 95. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But even when Bad Boy came out in 95, it was cool. But after that, like he said, well, 96, no. At the end of 95, early 96, that's when Pac started making his move. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
On some real shit.
Right.
Now, Snoop, you was around, but really everybody wanted to see what Pac said, or what Pac was going to say after his slew of singles and All Eyes on Me.
Right.
After the allegations of Biggie did this, Biggie did that.
Right.
So it wasn't about it was about Death Row, but it wasn't because of Snoop. You see what I'm just being a buck. It wasn't because of you. You wasn't running shit. Just to be real. All about.
Hey,
Hold on. You got the talk. You got the talk. Can I finish? Please don't interrupt me.
I ain't talking about that. Can we refrain from saying Buck? Because I'm afraid he might appear.
You stupid.
He say Buck 3 times.
Right. He called the man and Blair Witch on him. No, I'm playing. Let me stop. But seriously, think about it. Then at the end of that, you see what I'm saying? You did have a couple of little periods where you know they got in, but think about it. Death Row was still on the verge of trying to put out old shit, like, and then by the time they hit, hell, this nigga done damn near defected to No Limit. Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I remember that.
So okay, so Dogfather came out what, 94, 95?
Dogfather came out around, like, let me see.
I think it had to be like 95.
Maybe like 95, yeah. But nobody was really paying attention to it.
Nobody
you see what
was
I'm
bumping,
saying?
dog. Nobody was bumping.
No, bro. Nobody was bumping that shit, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But now he was saying as far as like the impact. Now, what he forgot to mention during his 92, 93, 94 so-called reign was the impact of the Wu-Tang, because the Wu-Tang hit hard as fuck in 93.
Right. So okay. So and you gotta understand this. This is from a West Coast nigga perspective too.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Cause in my mind, I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all can say what you want to with it. That we was running the game, but 99 and 2000 really belong to Cash Money.
Taking over for the 99
and the 2. What? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you wanna, but he's not gonna say that because he is a West Coast guy.
Well, wait a minute.
You see what I'm saying?
Prior to that was shit.
98
No limit, with no limit.
Look, but you gotta think about it. 98 Cash Money signed that monster deal with Universal. So how you gonna be running the game when Cash Money done signed a massive deal with Universal?
Right.
Then if we talk about Cash Money, then you really can't sleep on Pete. I don't care what you say on a real ass level. I bet you No Limit catalog with all the artists is way bigger than Death Row catalog.
I'm willing to most definitely agree with that.
Man, they was putting out albums every month. So you telling me y'all was running it?
Cash Money, No Limit put out an album every hour. Shit.
Right. And then that was the type. Look, and both of those companies was the type to get an 80-20 or 75, you know what I'm saying, 75-25 type of deal.
And look, in 95 back in Chicago,
Come on,
we flipped
man.
through the Source magazines and we seen like these full page ads or both the pages, all No Limit. We're like, who the hell is these No Limit people? Who the hell is
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
who is Mr. Servo?
Yeah, who is Mercedes and shit? Like, who is all these people, man?
Bruh. And then we ain't even looked at the fact he talking about we was running it. So you telling me you're gonna totally bypass Dr. Dre himself, you're gonna bypass Eminem, and you're gonna bypass, you know what I'm saying, all of that little circle right there. You can say DMX was running it all you want to, but it sound good until you look at that type of shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? By what, about 2099, Eminem was already pretty much damn near on the Eminem show. So you're gonna bypass his LP, you're gonna bypass the Marshall Mathers LP that went diamond.
Hold on now. When did the Marshall Mathers come out?
Marshall Mathers came out while I think we were still in school. I mean, Marshall Mathers LP had to come out before I got out of school, bro. Before 99, 2000, for real.
Mark, when you get a minute, look that up.
It might have came out right at 2000, but it came out about like 99 or somewhere around there. Because when we was in that
hold on. So wait a minute, Eminem's debut album.
Okay,
Yes,
so
May 23rd, 2000.
Which one?
Marshall Mathers.
Marshall Mathers.
Okay, so that don't count.
Cool. So let's take it back to the Slim Shady LP with How My Name Is and all of that.
So that was like about 99 right there. 90, 98, 99.
Yep, February 23rd, 1999.
Okay, yeah, so I remember that.
So you can't tell me with this nigga blowing up all over the place and all of that y'all just really ran it like it. Even if you want to go back to saying that, it's just like when Jigga tried to say that he was running shit. You wasn't running shit during this time and that time.
It wasn't Jigga. It was a dude talking about the timeline of Jigga. So it wasn't actually Jay-Z himself that said that. But I feel what you're saying, though.
So if we just take his timeline and impose it to what Snoop said, Snoop, you lying too. Shit, y'all better stop all this. Y'all better stop all this trying to rewrite rap history and shit.
Man, tell me about it, boy. There's so many trying to do that shit now, man. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, yo.
What y'all doing?
Right,
like you said, because guess what? Hold on. United Triumph album came out in 1998.
Yeah.
I remember me and Paul went to go buy it from the record store in 100 Oaks.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you telling me y'all ran it and y'all sleeping on the wood?
Hey, yeah, you're right.
Come on,
because
bro.
Remember, right quick before we go to the next clip, in '94 was when, was when they started releasing all the Wu solos. In '94, Method Man was first. Then it was Old Dirty. So remember, the Wu them solo albums kind of killed the late, kind of killed the 90s. Didn't it? It was Method Man,
I ain't gonna lie to
Old
you.
Dirty,
Hell yeah.
Ghostface,
Ghostface, right,
Raekwon. Oh man, so what is
right,
Snoop talking about?
right. I don't know, but he's sleeping hella hard is what he talking about. He bullshit.
What is Snoop talking about, man?
I mean, we done
So
named
that's why I
several.
say
Go ahead. We done named.
Bad Boy. We're talking about everybody in general.
We done named several labels. If y'all just see that was doing their thing strong with a deep ass catalog.
Yes.
But you talking about some? But you talking about?
Again, the Wu themselves between 94 and just 97. You had Method Man, Old Dirty Bastard, Ghostface, Raekwon, RZA when he went solo, Bobby Digital, the Jizza. Come on, man. Them albums was, come on, man. I don't know what dude talking about.
Yeah.
Look, thinking about it now, Snoop was kind of off.
Told you, bro. Real talk.
Snoop was kind of off.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if he was talking about the two labels or everybody.
Right.
But yeah, if he's talking about everybody, yeah, you're right.
He off. I ain't trying to hear that. That's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to hear that shit. My bad.
All right, well, check this out. Here's a clip about here's Wallow talking about how these new rappers are making more money than the old school rappers when they performing live. Check this out.
I told a young rapper this shit the other day. He was talking about, he's like, man, I supposed to be getting more money, and we was on a phone call. He's popular. Everybody know this motherfucker. I said, let me tell you something, nephew. Be thankful for your blessings. You run around getting 30s and 40s a night. You getting paid more than Tupac and Biggie was getting. Like I said, what is you tripping about?
We was getting 15 a night back then.
You was on cover of the Rolling Stone getting 15.
And it was happy.
Wow. So Snoop said he was on the cover of Rolling Stone and only getting 15 G's per show.
So what that tell you? Of course, the last clip Snoop was lying. Okay, right. You get a 15,000, but you run the industry back then. Stop that. No.
Makes sense because their money would tell it. But go ahead, you're right.
Exactly, but you gotta think about it like this though, too, though, bro. You know, people who invent stuff never get the proper dues, respect, money, effort, and energy as the people who come after them.
True.
You see what I'm saying? Somebody had to pay, open the door for them. Y'all open the door, but once people start seeing y'all getting screwed, people are much more business savvy now.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? The demand is still going to be there.
Yeah.
That's just like saying Mystery come out with a new album next week and he got a fan base. As long as he got that fan base, he can charge damn near whatever he wants. If he can say, well, usually people charge 15, I'm gonna charge 20. If the demand is high enough, they gonna make that. They gonna meet his demand of that 20. You see what I'm saying?
True that.
So just like today, we want to, they try to say rap is for the young or rap is for the youth, or you know what I'm saying. So basically saying that is it's a young man's game is what they try to say sometimes.
True.
I'm saying that to say that these kids coming up now, they're moving faster. They got more technology. They still got a fan base just like we had, but they had the knowledge that we had. I mean, the knowledge that we had to obtain, they already got it.
Right.
So they already know, let me jump out here. I don't need no label. Like we had to go to labels, had to try to punch stuff through on the radio stations and shit, hollering at A&Rs, going to radio stations, doing the business, looking at the sound scale and all of that. They ain't got to worry about that. They can just go to DistroKid, take their stuff, upload it on SoundCloud, sit back. If it's good enough, somebody come holler at them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's different now. It used to be one dude to be traveling from state to state to go scout rap groups. You know what I'm saying? Like A&Rs. That was their job.
Yep.
The A&R ain't got to do nothing now but just go listen to SoundCloud while he drank his coffee every morning.
Or just scan YouTube all day.
Yeah, that's his job. Who he think gonna be the next hit? Then he hit him up. Oh, yo, I like to do business with you. But then the rapper today knows the value of his points. They know the value of, you see what I'm saying, of actually being a songwriter, not letting the industry do it for you no more. But now you're taking control of it.
Right.
See, there's too many middlemen back there. That's why we wouldn't get the money we supposed to get.
You hit it dead on the head, man. because
Yep.
I don't know, Dollar, if you remember us performing at the Ryman with Anthony Hamilton and Angie Stone. I don't know if you remember that or not.
I
But
remember it.
after that show, we you remember Kurt?
Yep.
Okay. After that show, man, we was making 15,000. So we traveling 15,000, maybe sometimes 17, depends on how our manager was working it.
Right.
So, you know, we didn't know the business that well back then, but we knew something wasn't right. But when we confronted our manager about it, they was telling us, hey, I'm paying for your flights, I'm paying for your hotel stay, I'm paying for cause we had billboards, man. I mean, we had the whole nine, you know. But if like Kurt said, if we was artists today and we had all the technology we had back then, I mean today back then, man, we probably be getting way more than 20 or 15,000, you know. So, yeah.
But look, bro.
Yeah,
Think about
you
what you
remember
just
that?
said. That manager said that they booked y'all flights, y'all hotels. Yeah, man, that ain't no work. I can do that on Priceline. Give me my money.
Yeah, now you can do that. Yeah, yeah.
I can book my own shit. I can do that from my phone and pay for it. But you're gonna give me my 15,000.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, it's a different game now, man. These kids, they do have access to everything that we didn't have, and the point that you made earlier was accurate. They have the access to the information now that we had to try to obtain back then. So I mean, all they got to do is hey Google, what is yada yada yada, and there it is. Yeah. So they got it made right now. They got it easy, yo.
Yeah.
All right, check this out. This next clip is you know how people be accusing people of stealing shit out of Walmart. Check this out. Yeah, this is crazy.
Here's a fucking receipt, bro. Read it, dumb. Get on me, read my receipt. Read it. Are you reading my fucking receipt? David. Get the off me. Can you have him read the receipt?
He's not doing nothing wrong, officer. Dayton, stop. Dayton, put your hands behind your back.
Okay, calm down, I will.
Dayton, do it. Just do it, Dayton.
Break your nose. Do it now. Okay.
He didn't do that.
My hands are behind my f***ing back. I'm not.
We didn't steal nothing.
I'm not resisting, bro. Read the f***ing receipt, bro.
Hey, there's his receipt that he got accused of stealing. Look, she handed him the receipt, so he can't say that they stole it.
You know what? I am so glad that you showed a video like this, because this right here should let everybody know that we have come so far along that it's not even a black thing anymore. I feel like the government and the officers, they are attacking people, period. They're already trying to get rid of people with this shot that you're supposed to take for the COVID, you know, which is something that probably we really didn't have to take. They doing everything in their power, man, to depopulate the world for whatever they trying to come up with, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised if they try to build a whole bubble and starting in little cities, you know what I'm saying, to keep people contained in those little bubbles and do what they want us, do what they want them want us to do for them.
Right.
So yeah, I'm glad you showed that video, man, because it's not, yes, racism is still out there, but it's not just a black thing. Police officers, man, they after everybody, and they was wrong for that.
True that. Go ahead, Gizmo.
I was gonna say I don't understand. I mean, it took 3 cops for that one boy. 3, and all of them weigh over like 240, bro. Little buddy's skinny, bro. Like y'all need 3 cops.
Yeah.
And then the way you put your knee on this boy's skull. That's what it did for me. You put your fat ass knee on this boy's skull, bro. Like you didn't even need to do that. You easily after the other 2 cops held him down, removed his arm and put it behind that, talking about you gonna break it.
Yeah.
But for extra insult to injury, you put your knee on his head. That means y'all police didn't learn nothing from Freddie Gray. Y'all didn't learn nothing from nobody.
George Floyd.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yep.
Y'all still doing strangulation tactics on niggas.
Yeah.
Well, just people. Let me not just say niggas. People.
Yeah.
And still, y'all ain't learned nothing. What about the boy that died? When you put you could have fractured that boy's skull, putting your heavy ass knee on his damn head.
Yeah.
Now, my question is this: should he sue Walmart? Because if the receipt shows clearly he bought that pizza, should he sue Walmart, or can he even sue Walmart because Walmart is a conglomerate that's probably got a lot of lawyers?
Well, and if we go by what the video is trying to say, it was a third party saying that he was accused of stealing that pizza. Okay, which means somebody from AP, from Asset Protection, had to be looking at a monitor and claim that he did it. But if he's saying that here's a receipt, then he's falsely accused, and he was falsely attacked by police. So a lawsuit is pretty much inevitable.
Okay, so I want to say this to people too while we talk about this, right? So we're talking about this from a standpoint of the boy got harassed, right? Now, if you was accused of stealing something, and like parents used to say, if you didn't do nothing wrong, what you getting all defensive for?
Right.
Okay. If a person would have, usually with us, we'll go to a spot, they accuse a black person of stealing. We'll clearly y'all think I'm stealing? We'll clearly show them that we ain't stealing. And then we might get a little jazzy afterwards. You feel me?
Right.
But you want to make sure your name gets cleared first. If you quick to pop off and get into an altercation just because you've been accused of something, you're going to make them get defensive before you even get to the point where you can clear your name or prove that you're innocent.
Right.
Bro, if they say you stole it, why you didn't say, hey, bro, you think I stole it? Here's the receipt and here's the pizza.
Right.
Okay? Right. Matter of fact, if I want to be a jerk, I'm going to take all this food I done bought back up here. You got to give me my money back. How about that?
That too. He could have done that too.
But no, you want to probably be belligerent, scream, get pinned down, resist arrest, and then wonder why you fucked up. Excuse my language. You see what I'm saying?
No, you're right, because it probably did jump off like that. Because we don't see the whole thing.
Yeah.
We only saw, that part right there. We didn't see what led up to it. And again, he got $1 million worth of whiteness. He probably thought that shit was gonna get him a
man. Well,
you know what I'm saying?
But you see what I'm saying, though, bro? You could have easily been like, nowadays, and I'm gonna say this about some of us, we got common sense. We know we can't just go full force on them like that nowadays, because they'll do stuff like that. Yeah. So normal black people try to kind of fight by the book. Oh, you're treating me bad, right? Oh, I want to see your manager. You see what I'm saying? And then we'll, even if the manager say, okay, I'm gonna do the good cop, bad cop, they come in and I'm gonna scold you when we get back to the back, and then they don't do it. At least they put on the front that they're gonna do it.
Right.
But that's how we try to do nowadays. Can you imagine a black dude being in there, or some dude from the hood, and he got accused of stealing? He would have been in there trying to fight them them police.
Yeah.
And not saying that you wrong for defending yourself. It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's all I'm gonna say on that, bro.
I agree. All right, well, check this out. This is our brother Genuine talking about how he was okay with Soleil marrying Professor Griff.
You co-signing your ex-wife's new relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Professor Griff, right?
Professor Griff. From Public Enemy? Yeah. I think at the end of the day, as an example, as a parent, period, as a man, if you have kids, you want to extend that to your kids. Why do we have to go to court? Listen, everything always isn't going to be, perfect or whatever. Yeah. You might get divorced. You might go through whatever you got to. But this is how you do after that.
Yes. Right. That's how you make it right.
This is how you make it right. This is the example that you set for your kids.
Right.
That's what I do, man. I'm not mad. I'm mad at myself. I cheated. I did what I wasn't supposed to do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
All All right.
You know what? You know what? That's a real dude, man. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Just last week, we was babysitting for my wife's ex-husband's child, his wife. Now, you know, in the beginning, things was kind of rough between me and him because he didn't know me, I didn't know him.
Right.
So I told him, I said, hey, let's sit down like two men and let's talk, man. Let's see why we got this problem. So now I can call him on the phone. He can call me on the phone. We watch his kid, you know, and he do a little thing to help us out or whatever. And he's from Chicago. He's from the south side of Chicago.
All right, for sure. All right.
So my thing, for us as black men, we have to stick together. It takes more than just a mother, a father, a grandmother to raise a child. The way that I am today, it is because of my mother and my grandmother. But I had guys in the streets who were older than me, you know, and I can name a couple because they out of prison now, such as Lil Paul. You know, he was one of the biggest drug dealers in Tennessee. LT, he just got out of prison a couple of years ago. I even have another big brother named Larry, you know, Larry Smith. They taught me how to be and how to act, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, man, you can't get nowhere fighting your brother. This is your brother, you know, and they already trying to down us by making us gay, making us wear dresses and be something that we're not. But I applaud Genuine, man, because a lot of people are going to look at him like, oh, he's soft, he's soft. No, that's a real man right there. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless whether he like it or not, Soleil is married to Professor. He's going to be in that kid's life. So why not try to make the best of it?
Gizmo?
Oh, just real quick. I mean, I condone everything he just said. A couple of key points I like to throw in there that I like. I like the accountability factor.
Mm-hmm.
The accountability factor is excellent. The way that man said, I'm the one that messed it up. I'm the one that was cheating. That man took accountability for his actions.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And also, just like Mark was saying, it's more for us as black people, man. It's more than just the mama, the daddy. Back then, we had the village.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a village to raise a child, bruh. Yeah. We had the village. You couldn't go down the street without, I'm going to tell your mama. You feel me?
Yeah.
You couldn't go down the street. It used to be back in the day where you get a whooping by somebody else that know your mama if you messing up. And then they call your mama, you get a whooping when you get home while you out embarrassing me in the street.
Yeah.
You out here showing your ass. Yeah. You feel me? You know, you had extra things in place. The village was in place. You feel me? You know, but nowadays we don't got the village no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We barely got a household. And that's the problem. You see what I'm saying? We had a community. And a lot of things will go better in the community if people get out their damn ego. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you did not have nobody around my kid. Well, you ain't there to take care of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel me?
I agree.
You feel me? Don't have nobody else around my kid. And that's male or female. So if you don't want your son or daughter to see what a proper relationship looks like because you lack the accountability in your own life to show your children what a proper relationship look like. But I digress. Don't let me get started on that, bro. It's a whole different world for me. But
this baby father, this baby father bought his son's mother's husband a brand new pair of Jordans because of how he take care of his son.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it went viral, man. And he brought the box in. He said, man, I just want to give you something. Dude didn't know what to expect. He didn't know if he was going to shoot him, fight him, or what. And he opened up the box. He said, man, I want to give you this, man, because I'm in my son's life. Yes, true enough, I am. He said, but you are here every day, man, helping my son with his homework. He said, you're teaching him how to be a man. He said, "Now I just want to give you these Jordans," and they hugged and they cried, bro. That's real love right there.
That's real talk.
Right.
That's real talk.
See,
Right.
that's more positive images we need.
Viral every day.
Right.
stuff
That's
that we
more
need.
positive images we need, bro.
Yep, you're right.
For
You're
real.
right. Well, that's a good cap off to a good segment to go into our break. So we're gonna take our 5-minute break and we'll be right back.
You know how we do it.
Yep. All right, y'all. We'll be right back.
That's what they told us today. In other words, you still a slave. No matter how much money you got, you still ain't shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If I have to die today for this little African right here to have a future, I'm a dead motherfucker.
Okay. Oh snap! Look what I found.
I see you.
Is that me in the middle?
Yep.
Of course, you know who that is.
Why do I look like a little thug?
I ain't gonna say nothing. You crazy.
Wow, man.
I think that was
What
a
did you
Tower
find
record.
it?
I was going through some files the other day and I came across it.
That's old school.
Man, you gotta send me that.
All right. That's you, Mark.
Wow.
You, Chris, and Dewan. I think, yeah.
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 Dang, that's where it all started right there for us, man.
Yeah. And I think y'all sang down there or something like that. I forgot what happened that day, but I think y'all sang down there that day.
Wow. I can't believe I had on a necklace though.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's back. Where's the blunts?
Right, back in them days.
Right. Come on, bro.
Yep. Back in
I ain't gonna never forget that. What did you talk about? Like for real, bro. Like that's part of just us growing up musically.
Yeah.
Dang, man, that took me back, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just wanted to shock you with that right quick.
Facts.
And I email it to you.
Man, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Well, we done been through a lot, man.
Yeah. Way back Wednesday photo. So I just wanted to throw it up right quick. All right. Well, let's go ahead and knock this last round out right quick, and we can wrap everything up. All right, check this out. This says how Keke Palmer was talking about how Diddy messed up her boyfriend's life. Check this out.
In a surprising turn of events, Darius Jackson, the boyfriend of the talented Keke Palmer, has found himself entangled in an unexpected and challenging situation involving hip-hop legend Diddy. This encounter has left a lasting impact on Darius, leaving behind deep emotional scars that could potentially shape his life indefinitely. Keke has recently shared some information regarding Diddy and her relationship with Darius.
What all that stuff does to you, that's not what God wants for nobody.
Their meet cute took place during Memorial Day Bash in 2021, hosted by Issa Rae and Diddy. There have been rumors that Darius was desperate to make it big in the film industry, which led some people to assume he was after Keke for her wealth. Some even went as far as questioning his sexuality, claiming he was gay. Can you believe the audacity? However, it is the dark side of the story that truly comes to light.
All right. So
Wow.
what's going on with Keke Palmer's boyfriend, y'all? What's up with this cat?
Man,
Yo.
to be honest with you, I think all of that started, man, with her dancing with Usher, and he said something on social media about that. You know, my thing about that, man, is, and I'm just gonna use me and my wife, man. If she want to dance with Usher, Busta Rhymes, anybody who is like a celebrity, have your dance. Y'all not doing anything. A dance is a dance, man. It's not like you're penetrating and she's getting pregnant. You know, she's just having fun, man.
Right.
I mean, and she's beautiful. You know, she's a beautiful black woman. She has a shape. She's very intelligent.
Mm-hmm.
Let that woman have fun. You know, that's where most men mess up. They always try to take charge and put that authority down, and you're not supposed to do this. Yeah, it's certain things women aren't supposed to be doing, but to me, that was just innocent fun, man.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Gizmo.
Well, I say this. Don't introduce nothing into your relationship that you don't want in your relationship. Okay? So that means if it was you on the stage and Lotto or anybody, well, I'm gonna say Lotto. I ain't gonna say anybody else because I don't trust half the bros anyway. But Lotto or whoever else, you see what I'm saying, start dancing on you and on the stage in front of everybody, your girl might feel some type of way. So that means if you think you're gonna feel some type of way about, like, let's say you go to the club, right? Your girl say, well, after the club closes, you're supposed to come home, but you don't come home till the sun come up, right? So now you done introduce something into your relationship that you know you don't want your girl to do is come home when the sun come up, because you're gonna be thinking, oh my God, she might be cheating. Okay, well, don't you do the same thing and come home when the sun come up, because you put that thought in her mind. Now you done introduce something into the game that wasn't even supposed to be there in the first place, bro. So that go for dancing with Usher, dancing opposite sex shit. Now I feel sorry for old boy because you see how the sacrifices work. Sacrifices don't always mean you get sacrificed, like we gonna shoot you, kill you, stab you, and you're dead. Sacrifice.
Right.
Sometimes sacrifices come into selling your soul when you go lay down with Diddy, when you go behind that door. And you, like right now, bro, so many weird stories about Puff Daddy, Diddy, Love, whatever you want to call this nigga this week. They done say he done fucked everybody from Ja Rule to who's it was it.
Whoa.
You feel me?
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta listen to some of these bodyguard stories. They're very interesting. You see what I'm saying?
Gene Deal.
All of them. Beyonce bodyguard, Puff Daddy bodyguard, Suge bodyguard, the bodyguard's bodyguard.
They would know. They would know.
Yeah.
They would know.
And when they leave these celebrities, they have to figure out a way of making some money. So what they do? Get on Vlad, get on this nigga, get on everything.
They got these stories for us, right? Yeah, you're
right. Right, they got these stories for us. So I'm saying all that. To say at the end of the day, bro, when he was letting Puffy hug on him like that, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let him. I mean, I ain't gonna say a grown man ain't never hugged me like that, but I know good and damn well after you done seen Fabulous look crazy, like, man, I ain't fucking with Puff like that. And then Puff on that one interview, why we don't hang out no more? You know why we don't hang out no more? You probably tried some shit.
Daddy, calling them daddy and shit. That was weird.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, all these private parties, these houses, these doors, all this crazy shit, bro. He already got a whiff of that back then. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But do you see how it comes back to haunt him in his later life?
Yeah.
Just being associated with Diddy on that level. Half these niggas be looking at like they gay. You see what I'm saying? And you can take that from Osiris, whatever his name is, Osiris, a dude who just got in trouble for trying to kiss Suki Hana. They look crazy at Bow Wow. You see what I'm saying? They look crazy at a lot of these niggas.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Now the girls gonna do whatever because they just want the money. Like Young Miami and all them, y'all just want the money. Y'all just want the security. Y'all know this nigga be doing whatever, however, when he want to, but y'all ain't gonna say nothing because of the money. You see what I'm saying? Right. You weren't gonna say nothing because you got your own show.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. Hell, they even try to say, your boy halfway fruity, Joe Budden halfway fruity.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, I heard that too.
You see what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I believe that Unique Soul dodged a big bullet because when we was in Manhattan and
y'all should hang out with Diddy.
I'm getting to that. So I know y'all remember Making the Band, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we was up there. We seen Chopper. We was hanging with them on the street. They was at MTV. We was hanging with them, man, and everything. So Puffy was doing the stage show Raisin in the Sun at that time.
Right,
so
right. I remember.
We actually got in there. We just didn't go behind stage. So with us having to hurry up and do what we had to do, we asked it was either his manager or somebody, can y'all get this CD to Puffy so he could check us out? I don't know if you listen to the CD or not, but I think we dodged the bullet because if he'd have heard our singing, he probably would have signed us and wondered.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Right. He gonna sprinkle y'all ass.
Yeah,
That's crazy
yeah,
as hell.
yeah.
That's crazy.
But we
That's
dodged
crazy.
the bullet, man. I thank God for that, boy.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, Diddy his name been popping up in a lot of weird stuff here lately. So hey, go figure, man.
Yep.
Hold on, somebody made a comment here. All right, old school. No, it ain't old school. Might be a little. P. Diddy damaged himself. All right.
Man, what you said?
Yeah, he did.
What you
Yep,
said?
he sure did.
This the only nigga I know that get on IG with a wig.
I know that was wild too.
Talking about some, oh yeah. I'm for real, my nigga.
Yeah, that was wild.
Man,
that was
That
wild.
dude
I think
wild,
Clive
man.
Davis done turned him out.
Yeah, it was rumored that Clive Davis, that Diddy was Clive Davis's little side piece. Yeah, it was rumored, but again, it was rumored, so we don't really know. But I've been hearing that for years.
I heard some of the niggas at Uptown turned
You
him
know,
out.
I was gonna say, we dodged one with Clive Davis too. He offered us $200,000
Ooh.
to sign with.
See, you gotta understand this too, though, bro. That shit been running around so long, though, bro. They be like Paul Mooney. That's another example. I fuck with Paul Mooney, but y'all know that man.
Is he gay?
Yeah.
Is he gay?
Yes. He done admitted it. I don't watch the interview when he admitted him. Richard Pryor used to fuck around. Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, bro. Because he was also writing comedy for Richard Pryor too.
Yeah.
And they said he used to go to the club and do all type of shit. Come on now, man. And I ain't trying to be funny when I say this, but as you can look it up. It's in an interview. I've been watching a lot of interviews with people, man, and it's just amazing to me how that shit always been held low. Of course, people didn't know. People always want to speculate.
Yeah.
Because I bet you, even though Luther Vandross was a little fruity, your mama still bought a CD.
Oh yeah. I mean,
women knew. Women knew about him, man.
Yeah, women knew.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So, bro, I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing is with the older guys who was gay, with the guys who are gay now in today's time, and I can give you some examples, man. Like Sylvester, I rock with Sylvester because he was gay, but he kept it clean. He didn't put all that stuff like out in front of you now.
Right.
Of course, he's got a video, You Make Me Feel Mighty Real.
Right.
But at that time, it was in a disco era where everybody's doing all the little ballet dancing and stuff. So you really couldn't tell, if they was gay or not. They just ballet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he kept it in perspective, man. And also Luther Vandross, he went out there, he kind of flirted with the women on stage, but behind closed doors, we didn't know what was going on. But like you said earlier, the women knew he was gay, but now, man, they all flamboyant. They throwing it in your face. If you ain't gay, that ain't the right way.
Yeah.
It's like all the straight people is getting in the smaller box. And I'm not down in it. I'm not smashing gay people. All I'm saying is they just throwing it in your face, man. Opposed to the people back then, they kept it to themselves. And they knew who was gay.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So
You're absolutely right.
big difference now, man.
Yep. Times have changed, yo. All right, check this out. This is Brick Baby talking about how Suge Knight ain't really all that gangster.
Suge Knight know who to play with and who not to his whole life. He wasn't just bullying everything, bro.
So it's not as crazy as they made it seem, like on the documentaries and shit?
The money made it that. Like, I got the power to get you out the way. When the money left, the power left. You seen it. I mean, you can see it. Like, it ain't nothing that I gotta talk on. Like, when he was rich, he had all the bloods with him. They was saying he was the blood. He was this, that, and the other. He went broke. He had to go get Uncle Terry. He ended up killing the nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you was a Compton Pyro, nigga, go to your hood, go get your homies, go pull up on what's going on. Pull up over here to try to shut down the NWA movie, or what was it? What movie was they doing? Straight Outta Compton. That's the NWA movie, right? Yeah, so that shows a lot right there. Because if you was really a nigga, you wouldn't have to go through that. Like, the money don't make you a gangster in LA. You get what I'm saying? I mean, it can.
All right. I think what he was saying was dead on the head. I think he hit it right on the head too, because I think it was the money that made Suge, fear, the way he was, that bravado, that motherfucking that persona, that big ass persona. So once the money ran out, that shit ran out too. So go ahead, fella.
You seen when Suge got knocked out by that normal nigga, right?
I know, right?
So that's to give you high validity to everything that man just said.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's no way in hell Suge was that trill that he would have got knocked out by a normal nigga. Period.
Right.
Yeah.
That normal nigga
MC
should've
Hammer,
been knocked.
MC Hammer was harder than Suge Knight, bro. And Hammer's he's from the trenches, you know. When he did Pumps in the Bump and all that, you know, like he said, he went to death row to try to make them clean, try to clean them up a little bit. Man, then Suge turn around and get shot in the butt. He didn't do nothing about that. Yeah, Suge, man, it's just like you say, his size and it was the money. But nobody said it was Suge, man.
Yeah.
He intimidated who he knew he could intimidate.
Yeah.
He couldn't intimidate no real gangster.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, some people like that. They know who to try and who not to try, and you know, they don't even go so far with that. But yeah, dude broke that shit down. He knew I guess he been around and guess he knows that circle or whatever. So I don't know, but yeah, everything he said was exactly right on point.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they had one more thing. You remember
AJ?
When you and I was we was driving somewhere and we had our little talk and I called AJ and he was praying on the phone.
Yeah.
He was in the studio with Suge Knight now. He used to hang around Suge Knight. And he used to tell me stories, man, of how AJ and all his crew wanted to go do something. And Suge was like, no, man, no, don't do that. You know, we can't do that. You remember I told you AJ was about to rob, him and his crew was about to rob Young Buck and Gorilla Black.
Mm-hmm.
And Suge was like, no, man, no, this ain't the place, this ain't the time, you know. But they was, excuse me for this, they was $150 for wanting to do it in the club. Right. That's the second time, so we can't say it one more time.
I'm about to say, I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead now.
But yeah, you know, they was always holding up like, yeah, we the real Bloods, man. So, you know, let's do something. Suge never wanted to do that, man. It was always his money he was throwing out. Yeah, so he's correct. He's accurate on that.
All right, big facts. All right, check this out. This is Ice-T keeping it 100. Check this out.
In the hood, my card is invalid to these little niggas. They don't give a I'm an old nigga. So I'm not hanging out. I can't hang out no more. I'm not supposed to be there. And I always say also, if Ice-T gets shot, or if I die, I'm supposed to die someplace I should be. I should slip and fall in Gucci's or some shit. He can't. It was in the hood. I don't want to in my funeral like dumb motherfucker. What was that doing over there? Why was Nori back? What? You know, Nori flipped a speedy boat. You know, like that's how it happens. I can't get caught. Yeah, some pimp shit. You know, fly.
All right.
That's real though.
Yeah, that's
at the end of the day, bro, you got to think about it. Let me ask you a question. When the last time you had to crawl?
Shit, since I was a kid.
Okay, my point is, and ask you that question is, once you learn how to walk, you never look back to crawling.
True that.
You see what I'm saying? So, but our problem is, we learn how to get up, walk, run, but for some reason, we want to get back on the ground and crawl. For what? Like, think about it. Psychologically, for what? You see what I'm saying? That's just like saying, we know we might start off in the hood, but that don't mean you got to remain there.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
True.
You be like, I want to go back. You want to go back and do what?
True.
You see what I'm saying? You got to understand, when you're coming out of a place where you were stuck in poverty, you don't need to necessarily go back to the poverty. I can love you from a distance.
Yeah.
But that don't mean I gotta go back and suffer under the same conditions to show that I was real.
Yeah.
I was real enough to get up out of them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, if I send If I do the Nino Brown and send turkeys to your hood or whatever, okay, fine. You see what I'm saying? That's still paying it back. But I ain't got to go back down here and crawl to show you how down I am with my community. I supposed to crawl on my belly again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then that ain't doing us no good as black people. If I come back down here and start crawling, I got to be the example. I got to be the story that might get somebody else up out the hood.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it was a dude that was around here, man. He grew up and he became a computer programmer from the hood.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to be that story. Don't be the computer programmer who go back to the hood.
Right. Right.
That don't make no sense.
I think a lot of the things, especially with black people, is we grew up in these communities that were so messed up, but we have such fond memories and good times of living in the projects. We know the elevators don't work, they don't clean this shit up around here. Every first of the month is food stamps, is junkies, but for some reason as a kid, a lot of us have great memories of these areas. So when some of us break out and make it big, we want to come back and, you know, we still want to be in the hood. But as Ice-T was saying, these young kids, they don't know you.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
They you know, they don't. I mean, even if they do know you, they don't get no respect for you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing nothing for them.
Right.
So you pretty much put yourself out there as a target, going back and around them areas. You know.
That's like me saying. That's like me saying this right here. That's like if we made it and me and Mark made it to like you know, Rolling Loud, or we made it to Lollapalooza in front of stages for 4 days with millions of people. I wouldn't expect to see Mark back in UC.
No.
You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect me to be sitting back on 12th Avenue walking between the Village and Edge Hill projects every day. I can't see that no more.
Listen to me. The moment if you're in Edge Hill, right? And you on the block chilling, right? And you get that call saying, "Hey, yo, I got you guys booked for South by Southwest and Lollapalooza." At that moment, you know shit has changed. So this might be my last time hanging out in this motherfucker. For real, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Because when you come, look, because if you come back now, they either got the gun out or they hand out.
Boy, it's piranha season. They waiting on your ass, boy.
Man, what? You better know it.
Man, I tell you what, I got a little short story about that too, man. That happened in the projects. Now I'm not gonna say this name a third time, but
don't do it no more, man.
You know, did a radio interview. Matter of fact, I think we had just we performed at the Ryman. So we went, you know, on the basketball court because that's where he was at. Everybody was there. So our thing was we was trying to talk to him because he was trying to get a park built in the projects in his name. So, you know, at that time we knew all the political people, the mayor, the Al Gore and all that. So next thing you know, when we getting close to him, all we heard was pow, 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 pow. Me, Mike, and Chris ran back to my house because I was living in the projects back then.
Right.
And they were shooting at him.
Whoa.
They were shooting at him. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, that was the end of that, man, you know. But like IC said, even though he's not from out there, you can't go to the hood, man. Especially not no nighttime. Yeah.
You can't go period because at the end of the day, that's like saying, I mean, I fuck with Kanye, right? But I would never see Kanye on O Block.
You're not gonna catch you're not even gonna catch Kanye in Grant Park.
But you see what I'm getting. You see what I'm saying though. Once you learn he learned how to fly. Fuck walking and running. He's flying.
Yeah, most
definitely. And you expect him to be hanging out back in a place where they known to just kill you for no reason sometimes? No, bro. That ain't how it works.
Hey, but you know what though? Parkway Gardens, O Block, what's with the other name, but Parkway Gardens wasn't even like that. When we used to go hang out in that motherfucker back in the day, it wasn't even that. It was nowhere near that. It was rough, but it was nowhere near that. This is some new 2010 shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like in the 90s, it wasn't even on that tip when we was going
Right.
through that.
Yeah.
But you see what I'm saying? But look, think about it. When y'all was going over there in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
These kids got guns that shoot like RoboCop guns
Yeah, hell
at the age of 17.
Yes, yes,
16.
yes.
So you can think about what you was doing 16 years ago
Mm-hmm.
in your human brain.
Right.
Those kids are only that old. You can think about where you was 16 years ago, and these kids were being birthed.
Mm-hmm.
So you know they don't know you. You know your street, your hood card, street pass, all that shit is invalid
Yes, it's
because
all
they don't
over.
even they don't know you.
Yeah.
The thing they know the most is probably Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To some, put it like this, even to some kid nowadays, if Tupac was alive and running around here, he couldn't go in them places because they don't respect him because they don't even know about it.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And that's funny. That's funny you said that. Cause Pac used to be out south, man, in the projects. A lot of people don't know that. Pac used to be in Universal Park a long time ago. Him and DJ Quick, all of them. Eazy-E, all of them.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But see, that's my point though. All these dudes who claim they're the hardest, them kids don't care about that. They don't know nothing about that. They try to make a name for themselves. So you think that's just like an old dude go to jail and he would like everybody be talking about just in different rap songs. You the old hood nigga, that's your block. You go to jail for 20 years and then you think you finna get back out and take that same block over. That 17-year-old gonna wipe you off the map. You come over there. And I said wipe you off the map when you come over there.
Yeah.
Because he don't know you.
That's the reason why they were saying it wouldn't make sense for Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford to try to go back into Chicago and try to
exactly.
Wave a magic wand and motherfucking everything gonna die down. These kids know, they know who these guys are, but believe me, it's one of them ready to take their asses out, dude, just so they can have that.
Yeah.
So when Larry Hoover and Jeff Ford, if they ever get out, they smart enough to know not to go back around that shit.
But see, they should be smart enough to know how to play chess. I don't gotta go in there to make my presence felt. You see what I'm saying? Now you got some old. They got some money somewhere if they ever get out. Believe that. There's some money put aside for them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, once they get out, you see what I'm saying? You can be sitting in the best part of Chicago, but you got enough touch and enough influence from the older heads going back down, like. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can touch a 30-year-old or a 35 to 40-year-old who's still gang banging and make him go carry out the order.
Right.
But once you get down into them teens and them early 20s, they don't care about that. They got their own kings.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Man, you know what? I feel like, and I could be wrong about this, but it's just a thought and a feeling. I feel like if we have the biggest OGs that's in prison and that's out of prison in Chicago and LA, I feel like if they try to make peace in that area, in those cities, I feel like it'll spread, man, all the way across the country. Because for me being born and raised in Nashville, Nashville's like LA. Memphis is like Chicago. They got G's, they got vice lords, they have discipline and they go by structures and rules, and with the Bloods and the Crips, Nashville, we always following somebody. But I feel like if they have some structure and say, hey, this is what we doing, we shouldn't be doing this, I feel like that love will spread, man, and people start catching on. Because a lot of cities and other states that I've been looking at, they are followers.
Yeah.
Now with the exception of New York, they got their own thing going on, but I don't really see them so much in the Bloods and Crips like that. They got them out there, but I don't see that so much going on in New York like that.
All the niggas claim to be Bloods and Crips.
Oh, yeah,
Dave
New
East
York
claim
got
to be a
blood
Crip.
movement out there.
Right.
There's blood movement out there.
Man, Cardi B claimed to be a Crip. Jim Jones claimed to be a Crip.
Joel Santana's a blood,
Right. So how many people you want me to break down that actually even punk ass 6ix9ine was claiming to be a Blood? I mean,
think about New York culture. That gang culture died in the in the 80s when they was building hip hop. So this new shit, it's crazy how somebody can come and influence an area and turn that whole area out. Because New York with Bloods is like Hawaii.
Yeah.
It's like Hawaii with Bloods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't
Yeah.
sound right. But not to sit on Hawaii because they game banging hard as hell out there too. But it all don't make sense to me. It don't. It's like, how does Chicago with the Vice Lords and GDs and LA with the Crips and the Bloods have such a strong goddamn influence on something as negative as gang culture?
But you gotta look, check this out. Y'all looking at it in a strange space. Look at it like a business.
Okay.
I don't care. You have a Capitol Records, a Universal Records in New York, like you have a Capitol Records and a Universal Records in California.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm getting at?
Right.
So what I'm saying is, just like, guess what? Where's another place that they got those same things in Atlanta? Everybody got their own branch.
You know, I'm thinking of it as now.
Well, they got it in Nashville too. With LA, Miami, and New York combined, but we still go elsewhere to record.
Right.
Oh,
but you know,
a lot of
I think gangs now, like how they end up in them areas where they shouldn't be, it's like franchising. Okay, hey, there's not a McDonald's here. Let's put one here and shit.
Thank you.
It's like, hey, yo. So it's like, hey, yo, there's no gangs in Nacogdoches, Texas. Oh shit. Well, let's go ahead down there with the GD. Yeah. That's how
We can open up a McGangbanger right here.
Gangs are franchising and shit.
Oh man, you want to open up a McGangbanger in Idaho? Yeah, we can open up a McGangbanger.
McGangsters and shit.
Yeah, McGangbanger. You know what I mean?
Whoa.
Dude. I'm trying to tell you, bro. And then you have to look at it like this. It's all a bigger picture, bro. Because he's like what Mark said, man. You know, we should try to bring peace, bro. It's not designed for us to bring peace. If we bring peace, we're gonna listen to what I'm saying now. If we bring peace, we're gonna mess up a whole. We're gonna mess up a whole line of what's that thing called? Well, anyway, the whole point I'm trying to make is the people who invest in the jails, they'll be highly upset.
You mess their whole demo up, you
messing their whole money up because guess what? Because they need the gangbanging element. Ever since
the prison system went privatized, these motherfuckers now guarantee listen to this, a 98% conviction rate. So there's no way they finna let them jails sit empty. So they need the gang activity. They need the drug activity. They need the cartel. They need migrants crossing the border. They need all that shit, dude. So, point. You hit it right
like
there,
And I was watching a meme the other day, and I feel them on this. The government want their children back. And what I mean by this is, be in the projects. Daddy get kicked out the house. You get welfare. They get child support. Then you already in a bad environment. Your child falls down the wrong thing. But the government been raising your child for a long time. He gave you food. The daddy is the government. He gave you food. He gave you shelter. He gave you money. You see what I'm saying? Guess what? That daddy want his kids back when he get grown. The government coming back for their kids. Where they putting them at? Right up in that jail, making money off of it. You made money off me.
I like how you said that.
They want their kids back. You feel what I'm saying now?
You know what? If we all just come together, because us as black people, man, we are very creative. We invent a lot of stuff. So if we come together and we create our own currency, don't y'all know America will be sick?
We can't. It's not allowed. You gotta understand. It's a ceiling over here, bro. It's a ceiling right now. You can't. We should have learned there was a ceiling when black people tried to make their own distribution company. It's a ceiling around here. Remember when Puff? Well, I hate to say the culprits. Puff Daddy, Irv Gotti, Suge, Jay Prince, and who else was that? and another dude.
Master P. Master P.
Oh, and Irv Gotti.
Irv Gotti. It was Irv Gotti, Jay Prince, and Suge Knight, right?
Irv Gotti, Jay Prince, Suge Knight, Puffy, and yeah, it was all. No, it was all the five majors, like the major record labels. They was like, we can come together, but notice each one of them got hit for some reason.
All of a sudden, feds kicking doors in and shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So my point is, it's a ceiling around here.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's a ceiling around here at the end of the day. Just like it's a ceiling, well, like I was telling somebody else, you can be LeBron James, you can be Michael Jordan, but you can't 100% own a basketball team. I don't care how much money you got.
Right.
Because you're the entertainment. Right. You got to get out there and go play, Negro. You don't get a chance to sit up here with me and own something, really own it.
You know what I think it is? I think on that perspective, the reason why you may not see a black owner actually owning a team, I think it's because of the cities that the teams are in, or the cities that a person may want to start a team in. Because their racism shit runs deep. Even if you tried to put a team in, even if Murfreesboro tried to come up with a team, a black team, white people out there gonna crush that shit.
I mean, that's the thing though. It depends to me, because if you got an athlete that's that damn good, you can't deny greatness. True. You see what I'm saying? True. That's entertainment. They'll pay you because you're entertaining. You see what I'm saying? Right. But once you try to sit down and own something is the problem. That doesn't happen to every black person we know.
But you know why, Curtis? Because with ownership comes power.
Liberation.
Right? Power. I own this. This is mine.
Right.
Oh, this is ours. It's me and my clique. We run this. So with this, because the real money in any form of entertainment, whether it's music,
it's the ownership and the rights.
It's not just the ownership, but it's the distribution. You can create as much content as you want, but if you don't send that shit out to the people, you got nothing. So that's
right.
So they're gatekeepers when it comes to distribution and certain shit. But yeah, ownership comes with power, and you know how this country is. They equate power with whiteness. They don't equate power with blackness. You see what I'm saying?
That's because we're under his story.
Yeah, we're under his story, right? Exactly.
Yeah. You know what? I actually think it can be done, man, with professional athletes owning teams. It may not be in America, but I guarantee you, they go to Africa. There's a lot of
that's different.
Hold on now. It can happen in Africa, but also you got to deal with the white politicians and people who's running Africa too. You know, apartheid is still popping off in South Africa. So again, you still got to deal with white politicians over there as well. Pretty much everywhere. So the black man actually fully owning something. The only thing we're gonna fully own is our life, dude. That's pretty much it.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. It had to be something that we create that's not on the normal spectrum.
And here's another thing about black people. We're so loving because we're spiritual people. We so inclusive. We keep trying to we share every goddamn thing with people.
Right.
And that's when everybody don't share with us. Everybody don't don't include us. But we always want to bring everybody in the mix and shit. And that's one of our biggest downfalls. When we come up with something, we gotta gatekeep that shit. We got to lock that shit and be like, hey, because you know why? Because the more exclusive it is, the more value it has.
But guess what? You can't gatekeep something when you keep outsourcing your shit to them.
That too.
And what I mean by that is, say you got a product that's wonderful,
right?
But it needs water,
right.
Man, I gotta outsource out to them to get the water, or I gotta outsource out to them to get the box to go in, or I gotta outsource. That's the problem. You're not working together. That goes back to us being entrepreneurs. If Dollar, you got the studio, me, I got the pressing spot, and Mark, he got the trucks. Now between us, we can do it. If we do business with each other.
Right here, right. Yep.
You see what I'm saying? But what we gonna do is Man, I know Mark got the trucks, man, but I know Hertz got millions of branches with millions of trucks.
True.
No, you still need to fool with Mark. You see what I'm saying? You still need to fool with mystery. Don't go over there just because you know. Even though Hertz got a better infrastructure, you still need to deal with your brand.
Hey,
your
look, that's what the Jewish community do. They fuck with each other, and if you fuck something up, they come and tell you, "Hey, we gonna still fuck with you, but you got to get this right." You know what I'm saying? That's what they do.
Yeah.
They come down on each other until they get that shit right, and they keep all that shit amongst themselves. So we need to be the same damn way,
Bruh, I
And
told
you
y'all the
hit
other
it dead on
week.
the head too, Dollar. Because a lot of you know, you're a money tree. You know what I'm saying? And we was talking about me being a producer, a manager, and stuff like that. I have to play my role. You know what I'm saying? If you're the car and I'm like, you know, the place where you put the oil, you know, I gotta make sure that oil is flowing through.
Yeah.
Because if that oil ain't flowing through, that car finna stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
It might
right.
be a bad, you know,
No,
bad
that's
example,
real.
but
That's real. No, that's real. That's real, bro.
yeah. So
I
I
was
mean, we all have to learn how to play our parts, man. We don't
and I was
keep
just about
trying
to
to get
say.
more money.
Now I'm about to say that it does exist, bro. Like on some real shit, it do exist. Like I told y'all the other week, I had a blast. And I know y'all gonna laugh at me, but I had a blast going to Nolensville Road. You know where there used to be a Kroger on Nolensville Road, right by that Walmart,
El
back up in that
Mariachi's.
plaza. Man, that Mariachi Plaza, bro. Jeez, it's their own mall.
It's their own mall, man. They got 2
Bro,
radio stations in that motherfucker.
I went in there, bro. I was in there flabbergasted. I ain't gonna lie. Outside, I had me some Brio tacos, and I was chilling. Had me a margarita. I walked in there. They said, "Yeah, they got a jewelry store, nail salon, cigar bar, clothes in the store, nightclub,
Dude,
place for the kids. They own food court,
they be holding boxing matches up in there.
bro. They got that. Look, they got that karaoke, salsa night.
Yep.
When I tell you, bro, they have their own little world. We should be able to do the same thing. You see what I'm saying? We should be able to take somewhere like the old Hickory Hollow Mall and turn that bitch into something that's off the chain.
Yeah.
But you know what happened? It wasn't enough black people with money to come together and pull their political prowess together and say, let's do that like they did. You see what I'm saying? They took
But
their
guess
old
what?
Kroger and made that so now that's pretty much their community now.
Right. But we do have it. Put it like this. In my mind, if we really like right now they have something called the Nashville Black Market, if people don't know about it. Every first of the month, you can go to where all the black vendors sell their things, their items. They have food trucks. They got all of it out there. It's called the Nashville Black Market. Why not take those vendors? Because they'll be doing Come Together Day and other people around here. They can even get a petition and be like, yo, we want to try to get a petition up for business owners in Nashville. We want to buy this particular area, this mall. Like Rivergate Mall is on its last legs.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Why not go to them and be like, yo, this is several black business. I don't care if it's 30 black businesses. As many black businesses that can fill up all them stores in there. Let them all come in here.
That'd be lovely as hell, boy.
You see what I'm saying? But we don't do that.
Yep.
Then on top of that, if you want to bring in somebody like Foot Locker, because y'all know we buy Jordans, then outsource to them directly. That mall outsource to them directly. And then cut a deal with them to bring them in. Just little small places like that. We don't need too many.
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? Who don't want to go to the mall where they can get some good? I mean, me personally, because I eat Caribbean food too. Go get me some good Jamaican food, some oxtails or something like that, or some hamburgers or some barbecue. Slide down there, get me some shoes. Girls over there getting their nails done. Dudes over there trying to sell their music or whatever. You can go down here and get your custom T-shirt made, and we still got major things in here. You feel me?
Most definitely.
But
that's
all
love right there.
Yeah.
That's all love right there. That's a great ad. That's how we should be doing it. But again, those people put their resources together and their political power, because you can't just do that with money. You need political say-so.
Right.
They had the political power. They took over that motherfucking former Kroger's, and now it's El Mariachi Plaza, and that shit be popping.
It do. I'm gonna hold y'all. Start going down there around Thursday night and Friday night and Saturday night and walk up in there.
I've been there, done it, and was like, damn. Yeah, I already.
Right.
I know.
I'm trying to tell you.
I know.
Yeah. There's black people in there too. That's what I'm saying. Every black people. That's right.
I know. So we need that.
Right.
We need our own shit. You're right though.
Right.
We should get that with this motherfucking Old Hickory Hollow Mall. But again, we don't have a political say so to pull shit off like that yet.
Shit. Go over there. Yeah, man, this place is still around here. You still got fat cats around here. They still up in that little plaza behind them. They got they gone now.
Gone.
See what I'm saying? Too many people. I'm just naming shit, but it's just too many. It's too much. But you see what I'm saying, though, bro. We gotta think outside the box.
Yep.
That's it.
Well, we're about to wrap it up. So anything y'all want to say before we close everything out?
Man, new music coming at the bottom of this year. Be ready for it. That's it.
All right.
Yeah,
Anything you want to say, mister?
Man, just support, man. This black-owned shirt, man, is made by Dollar himself, man. Go support, man. Oh, also, August the 5th, man. If anybody in the Clarksville area is up there, man, y'all come out. There's going to be a celebration going on, man. It's all blackness going on. We got Slim. He's going to be performing up there, man. So, I'll be up there. Dollar's going to be there. Stay safe. Love you.
Yep. And again, like I always say, don't forget to check us out over at mixcloud.com/WBAF for the actual radio show. I just did a show up there featuring, the show is called Featuring Nate Dogg, where I got all these songs with Nate Dogg featured on it. So and plus this week, I think I'm gonna have a real good playlist coming up too. So don't forget to check us out over there. And again, hey, we'll see y'all next week. Same black time, same black channel.
And you know this.
Yeah, we out of this stinking joy. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.